Astro Podcast is filmed on Studio Cloud 9.
Hi, this is Jody Shirami at astropod_cast. Welcome to Astro Podcast, my weekly astrology report. And I am back in my studio of Cloud 9. I am back from Park City, Utah, where I volunteered for the Sundance Film Festival. I hope everyone is doing well. It is February 2nd today, and the moon is in Scorpio. From this Friday until February 9th, the moon will be moving from Scorpio into Aquarius. It is a big deal this week, this month, because all the outer planets and inner planets are awake. Everyone's interacting with each other, and Pluto is recently newly in Aquarius at 0 degrees. So every planet right now that is moving into Aquarius at all, if it has to pass through 0 degrees, we'll be having a meetup with Pluto. And this will be going on for the next 20 years as Pluto shifts from 0 degrees all the way to 30. It's going to be a big deal. So as the moon moves into Aquarius this week, it also will be meeting up with Pluto. But the big news is that on the 5th of February, Mercury moves into Aquarius. Mercury will be shifting into Aquarius on the 5th and will be running into Pluto at 0 degrees, between 0 and 1 degrees of Aquarius. Mercury meeting up with Pluto at this beginning degree is a signal of the beginning of the age of Aquarius. Mercury is very happy here in Aquarius, where it has higher meaning, higher thought processes, because it is an air sign, Aquarius. It is a sign that has to do with thought and communication, and that is what Mercury rules over. So Mercury here is liking meeting up with Pluto. It is ready to start something new, to get going on the new year. So it is a big deal because Mercury in Aquarius is also going to change the way we think. Our minds will be thinking out of the box thoughts. We will be thinking and wanting to communicate that we are different from the group. We no longer are content to be part of the team and not get noticed and do things differently so that we do get noticed. We're willing to stand up for our principles right now. And if those principles are not full of integrity, we're willing to stand up and say, now, with Mercury running into Pluto in Aquarius, we are willing to say now, we're different. We don't need to fit in. We want to stand up, and we think probably what we're going to do by ourselves would be better than being with a group of people that do not agree with us. So that is the flavor of revolution. And Uranus is awake in Taurus, and it is feeding the fuel of all these revolutionary thoughts that are going on. And with it being in Taurus, it is a grounded energy. So as we head out next week on February 9th, the moon will be in Aquarius and heading into Pisces, so that our thoughts and our minds will bring us back into one consciousness, which is what Pisces' job is, to remind us all that we're a part of one big consciousness. I feel that in my travels this week across from the West Coast back home, I feel that energy-wise, it's difficult to stay clear about your own intentions. If you are at all soaking up energy as I have this past week, you will need extra time to decompress and really not be confused and wondering what it is you're feeling. The feeling right now in the world is that even though we know right from wrong, it doesn't mean that we're going to do the right things. Because there's a sense of fear building up And Pluto brings that fear state. And it's now square to Uranus, its own ruler in Taurus. So this fear state is a combination of that angle where energy is just trapped inside, and it keeps compounding the stress, this energy that we're feeling. And I noticed that for myself, when I go out into the world, I immediately need to come back in and process the confusion that I feel within my own self. And I was struggling with that last week when I was really tired working the shift. And I saved up enough energy, I got back out there and everything was great. But if you are at all tired, you're going to soak up that energy that is, it's the election time in America, and in the world there's a war going on. There's starvation going on. There's weather patterns occurring that is also directly impacting our inner balance, our ears, with the pressure, the weather. Right now there's a whole bunch of rain and snow heading into the West Coast, and then just again another maybe massive set of flooding occurring, snow, all kinds of things that are happening. And it's all stressful energy. And even if you don't read the news or watch the news, you still can feel in the world that there's a spark in the air of unknown energy that's ready to come out. And whatever that energy is, it needs to come out. And some of the astrologers are saying it's like when you breathe in, then you breathe out, the universe is breathing in and now breathing out. And because the planets are all active so much that when it breathes out, this is a feeling that affects all of us. And meditation is the only thing I find works for me right now. Talking about it doesn't help. Listening to music helps me. Going to sleep, napping, doing what I actually want to do instead of imposing my will onto other people. If you need the house clean, you clean it. Things like that. Going on my own and meditating on my own and seeking what I'm feeling inside has helped me understand that the energy is very strong. It's very combustible. Aquarius is an air sign. It's going to move quickly this month of February. February is very combustible as we move into the week after that, into Valentine's Day. There's some huge meetups with Uranus and Pluto and other planets that we'll get into next week. But for this week, we're focused on February 5th with Mercury moving into Aquarius and having its meetup with Pluto. It literally is going to blow your mind. It's going to blow the way you think, the way your values are. So really have an open mind. The only way to get through any of this is to be mutable, really understand everyone's going through their changes, and we are all the same people. We're all one. And sometimes it's difficult to be with other people, so you must go into yourself and meditate and make sure you are feeling the best you can be so that you can help others when the time comes. Because if you don't love yourself and can help yourself, it's going to be very difficult to help other people. And being tired right now is a big one because of the way it's less sun, and every day the days are getting longer with the sun. But until then, right now, we're lacking sun. We're lacking that vitamin D. So take good care of yourself. I'll be back next week and talk more about Valentine's Day time and some stuff happening then that is really going to blow your mind, as they say. And keep an eye on yourself and make sure that you are being kind to yourself and being kind to others as much as you can be. And again, take that time to be alone and meditate and restore your sense of optimism for the world and everything that you possess that you want to share with the world. I know it's a difficult time, especially if you're sensitive like I am with the moon in Pisces. You can absorb that energy and it can be confusing when it makes you angry for no reason, when nothing's happened per se. But you understand that for other people things are happening and people want to be heard. People have fear. They need to be understood. They don't want to go down in history in a bad way. But the way the world always is that even after the killers of the flower moon came out, people still don't understand what happened during that time. They still can't grasp their brain around it and say I would never do that, right? So these are things that are coming to light, and they are saying, yeah, you can do that because it did happen. You can do it because you stood by and let history be made where genocide is occurring. So people will have to wake up and start to stand up for what they truly believe in during this age of Aquarius, and really not be afraid to step away from that crowd that could be drowning you, dragging you down, but you don't know because you're in the middle of that crowd, right? You have to let go and let the universe take care of you right now. You have to trust in the universe, not on what group thinking is. So that's it for this week. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Please subscribe and follow. We are already into the month of February. 1 month has already gone by in 2024. And this is a fast-moving year. February will be gone just like that also. So please stay tuned, stay centered, and I really appreciate you for stopping by. God bless you. Sending out lots of love and peace. Bye.